Yo. What up? What up? What's going on, Pete? What up? What up? I think Josh was about to hop in here. He's got an interview, though. What'd y'all think about the episode, man? Thoughts on Elimination? Well, I mean, let me just start by saying I got hella love for Ashley, hella love for D. You know what I mean? It's all just friendly banter. I'm not hating on nobody. But yeah, so with the challenge, there was teams of 5. So obviously Ashley would have preferred to have been working on the puzzle, but as y'all saw, 2 of the teams couldn't even get the puzzle pieces out of the water. So we were the first team to go. So we decided that there was only 5 puzzle pieces. So we were like, the puzzle shouldn't be that hard. I think the hardest thing is going to be able to stay in the water because it was freezing, and then be able to unhook the puzzle pieces because you couldn't see underwater, but they were wrapped in either rope or chains, and there was 3 or 4 carabiners tied to each puzzle piece and weighed down by iron weights. So that's why we didn't have Nani and Ashley in there, because those puzzle pieces were 100-something pounds. So yeah, I feel for Ashley because, if it was a girls' elimination and I didn't even get a chance to work on a puzzle, and you know what I mean, my fate is in 3 guys and they're not even on the chopping block, I feel for Ashley. I wish, looking back at it, maybe we should have had either just me or Josh or me and Rogan go, and maybe Ashley get in the water. Even if she couldn't get a carabiner off, me and Rogan or me and Josh could have, got all of them and then had Ashley help out. But we were the first ones to go with the puzzle, so we were going off scratch. Whereas what y'all didn't see, Josh just texted me. I think he wants me to jump in his, but see what Jay's talking about. Oh, wow. Yo. What's up, man? Bro, I gave you your props, man.
You can't give someone props and then insult them right after.
No, I was saying, like, even though people think he's like the smallest, first of all, Jay's not even that small. Jay's like 5'8", 175 pounds. Like, he's not like a small person.
I'm not 5'8". I've hit the double digits. Thank you. I'm 5'10".
Oh shit, my fault. Yeah, like you're not like, bro, you're not a small person. You're just not abnormally large whatsoever,
Yeah, I'm not a fucking.
But basically, what I was saying is, what I was trying to get with that.
I didn't take protein at the age of 10, like all you fuckers.
Nah, man, it's all genetics, man. Don't let them fool you about that protein shit. But anyways, what I was trying to say is, just because people view you as, oh, he's the smallest dude, and pretty much, bro, people don't know you're the same size as Wes, you're the same size as Bananas, you're the same size as Bear. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's true.
But people don't understand that. But anyways, I was trying to say, like, just because you are like a smaller dude, bro, you're real crafty at a lot of that shit. And that's what that challenge was, unhooking them carabiners. And I know you rock climb and shit. So that's what I was trying to get at, is you were probably going to be, good at that. But
dude, you guys did well. You guys did really well. When you guys went in, I was impressed. I was like, yeah. Oh shit, they know what they're doing.
So what a lot of people didn't see from the episode was, because there was 5 teams, obviously the episode is only an hour and a half long. We got to do nominations, eliminations. So they couldn't highlight each team's run as long. So like a lot of the runs seemed similar in time as far as like how long they were in the water. But like we were in and out of the water. And then, yeah, we took a while to get our puzzle pieces completed. But that's one thing the people who watched the episode, they didn't really see, is your team was actually out of the water pretty fast too.
Yeah, I was taking a lot of the carabiners off, but the good thing was I had Tori. I told Tori to like hold the carabiner, because eventually, you know how we were losing feeling?
Mm-hmm.
So I would follow her arm to the carabiner so that I could undo it, because some of them were the screws or the pull carabiners.
So what people, they didn't highlight this on the episode, was you were the second or third team to go.
We were the third.
So what was so hard about? So we were the first team to go in. So we had no idea how these like puzzle pieces were going to be tied down. So at the end, when you saw me like grunting trying to pull it off, it was because there was weights pulled down to it, and like we were taking all the slack out of the rope by picking the puzzle piece up to the water. And what Bananas and Bear and all them figured out at the end is if they picked up the weights with the puzzle piece, the slack to the rope that was holding it tight, it went away. So you could.
Oh, they did all that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh, what I did was I pushed the puzzle piece down so
Well,
I could undo
that
the
works.
carabiner.
That works too, but because you were taking the tension out of the rope. But y'all got to watch
Also,
us.
for everyone that doesn't know what a carabiner is, it's this.
Thank you. Please show them. But tell them about
some carabiners
how they were
easy opening. Yeah, so some carabiners are easy opening like this. Super easy, and you just do it. Other carabiners have like it's a lock. So what you do is you twist it, and it'll lock itself, and then you can't open it because the lock will be right there. Or there's an auto-locking carabiner, which when you twist it, you have to twist, pull down, and then pull it back. And that's the only way to do it, because if you just pull down, it won't untwist. So you have to untwist, pull down, pull back. So now that you know what a carabiner is, people, you're welcome.
I had to throw a little filter on real quick.
Why? Because you don't look as good as this 12-year-old?
Hey. So,
yo, you know what I just did?
What?
I just went on Rogan's live for like a solid 10 seconds. And I look at him, and he's talking because someone goes, Jay is the GOAT, right? So then he's like, what, the scapegoat? Blah, blah, blah. And then I go on his live, and then I go, no, GOAT in America means greatest of all time. And then I farted, and then I go, bye, and I get off his live.
Did he not know what GOAT meant or something?
No, he did. I was just making fun of him, and then I farted on him.
Word. What did you think about the elimination?
I mean, I'm glad I didn't have that one.
For real, bro. These like I commented on your IG, like the 2 eliminations you done, bro. Like watching the past seasons, every elimination I saw, I was like, bro, I would beast this elimination. And then we got to our season, and like the first 2 watching you do, I was like, bro, that could have been anybody's game. Like obviously you're good at the holding on with the grip from rock climbing, but like the tying the knots and shit, like bro, I would have been like nervous as fuck down there because you never know what's gonna happen. And same with the elimination that D and Ashley just did. Like
that was like it's not like a carnival game, but at the same time, I think I would have won because of the fact that they did it so dumb.
Well, I don't know any of the seasons, so I would have.
No, well, you know how they were breaking the pots, and then they were leaving the black things hanging? I would have taken the black things with me to the spinner or whatever, and then like just had them there sitting with me. So then when I spun it, I'd be like, okay, done. This one works. Boom. This one works. This one works.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Were they allowed?
I don't know. I don't know if they were allowed. But they were, bro. They were frantically panicking, like you know.
They
were
stressed.
I mean, I would have been stressed too. I'm not trying to downplay D or Ashley. Like, bro, if I was in that elimination, I would have been nervous as fuck because it's literally anything can happen. You got to spin a wheel. Then if you don't know your seasons, like literally, you can know some seasons, and if you spin the wheel and you get a rocket ship or whatever, and that's the season you don't know, you know what I mean? It's all.
Yeah, you never know what the hell could happen in those things.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. That's why I love this show.
Yeah. But, bro, I just found it funny. Me and Ashley were getting onto each other earlier because in the preview she was like, "Oh, I got Josh and Fessy on my team, and we know they're not the smartest up here." So I'm like, damn, like looking back at all these confessionals, like I don't feel some type of way. I'm just like, bro, nobody was talking like that to my face, and then now all of a sudden people in the confessionals talking all this shit, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I don't remember a time when you were like, Jay, you're 12.
I do remember me and you got in an argument about some shit. I forgot. Remember that one night?
No, that was the night we got in an argument about because I was just yelling at you. I was like, just fucking say his name, Fessy.
I forgot what it was, but I remember. But then we made up. But I was like,
I don't remember what we got in an argument about, but I remember we started bumping heads, and then did we make up before or after we kissed?
I think it was right after. But who have you gone on live with?
Just Rogan. I just wanted to fart on his page.
Where?
And then I saw you, and I was like, this motherfucker. So I tweeted back. Did you see my tweet?
At who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, the 12-year-old tweet?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to comment back on it. But how does it feel to not have to go into elimination this week, bro? Get a break. I know it was girls' week, but shit, they throwing you in left and right.
Feels like I have a penis. So my penis saved me this time. It didn't get me in trouble.
For real. But shit, all right, bro. I'm going to let somebody else in here.
Yeah, I'm getting out. I just want to say what's up and fuck with you because you called me a 12-year-old. But I love you.
All right, bro. I love you too. Later. That's Jay for y'all. I fuck with Jay, man. At first, I didn't know whether I was going to fuck with Jay or not because even though he came from Survivor or whatever, I'd never met him before the show. I knew he had ties with other people, and like me and him were vibing, but I was like, bro, nobody is going to turn down an alliance. Like, if I'm sitting here talking to Jay, like, yo, let's work together, let's do this, nobody to my face is going to be like, no, I don't want to work with you. So I was like, all right, Jay's rocking with me, but you know, I didn't really know until like week 2 or 3 when, you know, I never said his name. Even when other rookies said his name, even when other people said his name, I was like, Jay, I'm not going to say your name. Me and you came in together. So that's how I showed my loyalty towards him. So yeah, so I'll answer some questions, I guess. Hold on. I think I had somebody trying to come in here. Nope, not anymore. All right, let's answer some questions. That's a cool one. Do I think Jay would do good in Big Brother? I think Jay would do really good in Big Brother. I would compare him to a less awkward Scotty. Like, Scotty was really good at some strategy. He was really good at the competitions. Jay's really good at these crafty competitions. But Jay is very, very social. Kind of like how Brett played his social game, like, you know, talking to everybody and stuff. Jay's kind of like that, but Jay also is real crafty, and he's actually pretty athletic. So I think Jay would do really good on Big Brother. Did I think Wes helping D was cheating? I mean, I think the reason why everybody was so butthurt that Wes was helping D, because it was so blatant as far as it was like giving answers to a test. But you got to think, during every elimination, people are helping out each other. Like, I remember watching last year when Jordan and Josh went against each other in tug of war. People were giving tips to Jordan and giving tips to Josh about how to pull the rope. So it's the same. It's just a different type of elimination. Every elimination, the spectators, all of us watching, are giving tips to, you know, the people in elimination. So that's what the challenge is. You know, you got to have numbers behind you, and that ended up working out for D because her number one guy, Wes, knows every single season. He's been on every single season, so it ended up working out in her favor. Yeah, so question, do you think do I think D and Rogan will get back together? So I'm no one to speak on what they got going on with their relationship or their past relationship. I'm not going to speak on their behalf. But no, I don't think they're going to get back together. And you got to think, you know, even though they had something in the house, you're still competing for $1 million, and they won a final against or with each other last season. So it'd be stupid for them to turn on each other when, you know what I mean, numbers are a big thing in this game. So I think that's just strictly a numbers game for them. I don't think they're getting back together. At the beginning of the challenge, who did I think I was going to take out? So in the beginning of the challenge, I thought I was just going to be thrown in left and right because people, obviously I was a rookie. I didn't have the numbers on my side. Even though I came in pretty deep with Big Brother, I knew the way I competed, they were going to view me as a threat. So I was under the pressure. I was going to get thrown in left and right, and they were just going to throw me in until they got rid of me. But then when TJ dropped the red skull twist, I was like, yo, this is best case scenario for me because now they can't throw somebody in. I mean, they threw Jay in twice. So, I mean, I guess never say never. But in my head, I was thinking they can't just keep throwing people in because, one, they're going to run out of red skulls. And two, what up, B? Miami soon. Yes. When all this Corona shit is done, we'll go to Miami, bro. I promise you. And two, they can't keep throwing people in because they'll run out of red skulls. And two, they got to think like people are trying to match each other up. So the same way Jordan and Tori were trying to make sure they got into the tribunal so they can throw each other in. I was under the impression nobody's going to want to vote me in and then have to go against me. So I was like, I might not even get my chance to go in. So I'm going to have to win a tribunal and throw myself in. However, we've had 4 challenges and I have not won one single tribunal. So it's getting pretty shitty. Bailey's won 1. Swaggy's won 2. Casey won her first. Congrats tonight. So I'm the only Big Brother 20 who don't got a tribunal under their belt. So I got to pick it up. I don't know what that means. Raven asked, how heavy were the puzzle pieces? The puzzle pieces, no joke, were over 100 pounds. Like, because they were 3D. So not only were they thick wood, but they filled up with water. So as you picked them up out of the water, they were filled with water. And I think a good clip to watch is when Nelson went. Nelson's a strong ass dude, and Nelson was having trouble getting the puzzle piece out of the water. Yeah, he was suffering from hypothermia as well, but those puzzle pieces were heavy. But you know, your boy was throwing them out like they were chopsticks. But oh yeah. So before I answer another question, I want to talk about the puzzle. I already talked about the fact that, you know, we were the first team to go, so our main concern was getting the puzzle pieces out because we thought that was going to be the hardest part. We thought, let me put a filter back on. I'm tripping right now. My hair. We thought the puzzle piece or the puzzle was going to be pretty simple because it was 5 3D pieces. So we're like, it can't be that hard. Rogan was good at puzzles. I thought I was pretty decent at puzzles. So we were like, let's just all get in there to get the puzzle pieces out as fast as we could because we thought that was going to be the biggest part of the challenge. So we got the puzzle pieces out like way faster than anybody else did. The episode didn't really highlight that because there was 5 teams going, so they had to give film time to each team because there were so many teams. But once we got out of the water, the thing about team puzzles is you can only have one person directing it. You can't have 3 people working their brains at once because my brain is thinking, okay, this puzzle piece has to go next, and Rogan's brain is thinking, he's on this side of the puzzle, and we're just going to get mixed up and start butting heads. So you got to just dictate one person to be the head, and then the rest just maneuver the puzzle pieces. So we decided to go with Rogan. And in my head, I'm like, yo, it's girls' day. Like, obviously, we all busted our ass, and I think Nani knew, like, the way we threw those puzzle pieces out of the water and how fast we got them out. Like, she knew we were playing to win. Like, even though it was girls' days, I was playing to win for Nani and Ashley. And that's why, you know, when we took a minute to get the puzzle completed, you know, I kind of felt bad because I didn't want Ashley or Nani to think like we weren't trying. But you could tell like how fast we were in and out the water that we were trying. Big T is a funny one. All right, I'll ask some more questions. Who's it? Ooh. Damn, y'all are asking the same question. I'm not gonna answer that one. Who's got the best Brit accent? By far, Big T. Her accent is so proper, it's hilarious. Big T is hilarious. I'm glad she got her airtime tonight because that shit was hilarious. Who did I not want to go against? I think we're talking about eliminations, but I was pretty open to go against anybody in eliminations. The only thing I told Jay earlier on IG, I was like, yo, I remember watching like War of the Worlds 1 and War of the Worlds 2 and looking at these eliminations, and I was like, yo, I cannot see myself losing one of these eliminations. So if I ever get on this show, I'll be straight, because if they throw me an elimination, I'm not losing. But then we get to Total Madness, the first challenge when Jay is hanging. I'm like, I mean, I can hang. I did Ninja Warrior and all that, but like, I weigh 240 pounds, so I'm not hanging longer than Jay or Asal. They both weigh 165 pounds, soaking wet. So I was like, damn, if anybody had the balls to throw me in there, I would have went home the first week. Second one was the one tying knots with CT. I was like, I mean, I could move heavy shit and I could tie knots, but like, that's not my expertise. Like, I probably could have lost that one too. And then this girls' elimination with D and Ashley, I'm like, holy shit, they're throwing season trivia in here during eliminations. I'm like, yo, if I get thrown in this one of these, I might be going home. I served you at a restaurant. Maddie just went live. Yo, how cold was the water? So the temperature on the episode said it started off at like 62 degrees. That shit was way colder than 62 degrees, because it was like 30 something degrees outside, and we were in a warehouse with no door, so the air was circulating through that warehouse. And I took ice baths in college that were, I think in the 40s, maybe 50, and that shit was way colder than 60 degrees, man. It was probably like 50s, maybe high 40s. I don't know. All right, I'm done with those questions. Y'all could ask the question. Big T. I think that's Big T. Is that Big T? Trying to go live, Big T? Throw Big T in here. See what she's talking about. What up, Big T?
What up, Fessy?
Yo, I see you with the major airtime.
I know, I'm so grateful for that. They got all my plotting, didn't they?
Yes, it was hilarious, because I think I was talking to Kayla, and I remember you came over when we were at the bar, and you were like, can I talk to her for a minute? I was like, oh shit, Big T done won her a tribunal, now she's about to make her some deals.
You know what I'm like, Fessy, get a bit of power in my head. I'm like, okay, it's time to play games.
I'm glad you got a win, though. It was much deserved.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That challenge was tough, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think people realize how tough being in that water was, because there was 5 teams, so that the episode of the challenge, or that challenge, kind of went fast because they had to run through each team. But there was people in there a while, like 15, 20 minutes. Like, that shit was cold.
That was freezing cold for you guys. It must have been so hard, like, undoing those cameras.
Yeah, because the carabiners, the things you had to take off, like, you had to spin them and then move them to the right and then push down. Some you had to push up and then down. So, like, you had to go in. The water had no visibility, and you couldn't feel your fingers because they were freezing. And then you had to try to twist the carabiners off. So yeah, it was tough.
It was so bad, and it was cold outside anyway. It was freezing cold outside.
It was so cold.
They had huge blocks of ice in that water as well, didn't they?
Yeah, I remember that day. They gave us those little tinfoil blankets, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Oh my gosh, I was thinking, like, I'm so glad I'm not in that water.
Yeah, so yeah, you won you a tribunal. Now we just gotta get you to stop taking my flip-flops every day.
Yeah. So every day I would steal, like, Fessy's shower slippers, all of his shoes, actually. And once I stole your trainers for the cast photo. I remember production being like, Big T, are those your shoes?
What'd you steal?
your trainers for the cast photo.
Oh, yeah, bro. So some of y'all don't know. So Big T would steal, like, they gave us house slippers. So like I wear a size 13. You probably wear like a size 4 or something.
Yeah, I
So
do.
Big T was on top of my bunk. So she would climb down every morning, and my slippers were right there. So when I hop out of bed, they're right there. And every morning she would take them. And I kindly asked Big T, like, me and Big T were homies. And I was like, hey, Big T, like, yo, can you stop taking my sandals? Ha, ha, ha. Like, it's funny, but no, for real, can you stop? And she's like, yes, darling, I'll stop. Very next morning, I see her flip-flopping down the hallway with my big-ass flip-flops. And I'm like, yo, big, like, at this point, I already asked her once. So, like, I mean, I guess I'm just going to have to bite the bullet on this, and they're hers now.
It's funny because always shuffle. You could always hear me going down the corridor because I couldn't walk in the shoes. Probably so big. It was like.
That's funny.
Oh, that was good times.
Good
I
time.
want those shower slippers first.
Yeah. Oh yes, they ended up getting mutilated in a further episode, but we're not gonna spill that tea.
No, we'll get there when that comes. Every day I'm shuffling. Yeah, I should have sung that to you when I was wearing your shoes.
What time is it there?
It's 3 a.m.
Oh wow, so you stayed up for your tribunal win.
Oh yeah, I did. I'm glad I stayed up for this one. I was just like,
You were like, I'm not missing this shit.
I was like, well, I remember this day. I'm gonna stay up for this one.
How's everybody doing over there with the coronavirus and stuff? People.
So I live in one of the busiest parts of London, and it's so dead. So
Really?
like I walk down Oxford Street, which is one of like the main tourist attractions. And normally it takes me half an hour to walk from each end of the street. Now it takes me like 5 minutes. So like it's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah. So I do my exercise there.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm
you?
excited
How about
for
you?
what?
How about you? Are you with your girlfriend?
No, I'm in Orlando right now for about another week, and then I'll go see her in Texas when all this stuff starts calming down a little bit.
Oh, I want to meet her. I feel like she's like my sister because like every time you come back from like doing a call with her, I'd always ask you like how she is and like, oh, she's got her parents here and this and I miss her and stuff. You were so cute about it. Like I obviously like, me and Fessy have like a brother-sister relationship, so I feel like your girl's like my sis. So she might find that way when I say that, but I want to meet her.
Yeah, well, I'm sure she would love that.
Yeah.
But shit. Yeah. All right, Big T, I'm gonna let somebody else in here.
Thank you so much for having me in your life, and nice talking to you.
All right, Big T, congrats on the tribunal win too.
Thank you, darling. Bye.
Bye. Stay safe. So that's Big T for you. If any of y'all didn't know Big T, that's Big T. Should I just let some people in here? I feel like talking. Fuck it. Let's let some people in. Y'all don't be weird though. I start letting some people in. Don't be